Today's topic is Guide to Create Safety Culture in Construction Site. Today we will discuss how to create a safety culture in construction. We will explore the key components of a safety culture as well as provide a strategy. We will explore the key and the best practices for promoting safety in the workplace. As you know, construction is a high risk industry that involves heavy machineries, hazardous material and working at height. The sector has a high number of accident, injuries and fatalities despite of attempts to enhance workplace safety. As per ILO, the construction industries rank amongst most top 3 industries having the highest accident fatality rates with a disproportionate high number of recorded accidents globally. Approximately 48,000 workers die each year because of the occupational accident and 1 in 4 worker dies in the Indian construction sites. It is a well known fact that accidents on site are unavoidable and keeps recurring, although the severity and marginally the number of incidents has been reduced. Not only the accident in construction site are dangerous, but they can also have significant impact on a company's finance and reputation. Workplace accident can lead to increased insurance premium, fines, legal fees and loss of productivity. For that, to create a culture of workplace safety in construction, several key components must be in place. Let's look at each one of them. Workers should know that unsafe practices put not only themselves in danger but those around them also. Make sure that the safety rules are clearly defined and explained to everyone on the site and that the consequence for failing to follow the rules will be strictly enforced. So, before discussing safety culture, we should know that let's discuss what is accident. An accident is unexpected and undesirable events, especially one resulting in damage or harm. For example, car accident on icy roads. And what is hazard? Hazard existing or potential condition that alone or interact with other factors can cause harm. Just like a spill on a floor or broken equipment, you can say anything that has got potential to harm is hazard. And risk is a measure of probability and severity of a hazard to harm human health, property or the environment. The measure of how likely harm is to occur, an indication how serious the harm might be. So what is safety? Safety is a freedom from danger or harm. As you know, nothing is free from danger, but we can make it more safer. Now discuss the Heinrich triangle, which will help you to understand how accident occurs. Heinrich's theory proposed that if the number of minor accidents gets reduced, then the number of severe accidents will get reduced proportionally, and hence there is a need of to reduce the minor accident. The theory was first proposed by William Heinrich in 1931. As you can see that behind one fatality there is a 3 lakhs of risk potential incidents. Behind 3 lakhs of minor accidents there is 3000 of near misses. Behind 3000 near misses there is 300 recordable accident, and behind 300 recordable accident there are 30 lost time injury cases, and behind 30 lost time injury cases there is 1 fatality. So if we reduce near miss cases and recordable accident, then we can remove the fatality potential from the site. How accident occurs? Accident occurs due to fall from height, same height or from lower height, or and secondly accidents occurs when worker caught on or between the workplace or moving equipment. He comes in contact with chemical, electricity, heat, cold or radiation or bodily interaction of worker from voluntary moving motion or involuntary motion. So that now we come to the topic of safety culture. To ensure safety culture, first we have to make safety as our top priority, and for that leaders commitment is most important factor. Company leader must be committed to workplace safety and lead by example. This involves establishing safety policies, providing resources for safety training and equipment, and holding employees accountable and for following safety procedures. And second, employee involvement. Employee should be involved in the development of safety policies and procedures. Workers frequently have the most in-depth knowledge of the risks and hazards associated with their job, and they may offer insightful advice on how to reduce those risks. Safety training and education is another most important factor. Employees need to get training on how to spot workplace dangers and deal with them. This includes instruction on how to wear personal protective equipment correctly, how to operate machineries, equipment safely, and how to handle emergencies. SOPs and SMPs are the part of this education system so that workers have clear idea how to work safely at the site. Hazard identification and control. Employer must identify workplace hazards and take steps to control or eliminate them. This involves conducting regular hazards assessment and implementing measures to provide accident and injuries. Incident reporting and investigation is another important factor. Enhance the safety at workplace, and once a accident or incident occurs, people at site should know how to report, and authorities have clear cut idea for the purpose of reporting and looking into workplace occurrence. Employer must have to have a mechanism in place. This entails determining the incident's primary cause and taking action to stop similar occurrence from happening in the future. Hold everyone accountable. Everyone who steps foot on the job site is responsible for safety. As you know, safety is a teamwork, not an individual task. Not just your safety manager and those in charge. Workers should know that unsafe practices not put only themselves in danger but also those around them. Another factor which is most important for implementing or creating safety culture at work site is continuous improvement. You have to improve your system continuously as new dangers, new hazards will discover with the time, and we have to address accordingly. A culture of workplace safety is always strive for improvement. Employers should regularly review and evaluate their safety policies and procedure to identify areas for improvement and implement changes as necessary. Now we are going to discuss creating a safety culture in construction industries. Create a culture of workplace safety in construction which requires a protective approach. Here is some strategies that companies can implement to promote safety in workplace. First, setting safety goals and target. In this, employers should set safety goals and targets to help them measure their progress and identify areas for improvement. This could include reducing the number of workplace accidents or improving safety performance of a particular job site. Second is communicating safety expectations and responsibilities. Employers should communicate safety expectation and responsibilities to all employees. This includes providing clear instruction on safety procedure, the use of PPEs, the consequence of not following safety rules. And next is providing adequate resources for safety. Employers should provide their workers with the resource they need to work safely. This could include providing PPE, safety training, and the proper tools and equipment to perform their job safely. This is the most important factor that has to be addressed, that is behavior. As we are discussing about culture, safety culture should have come in behaviors of employees. Employers have should recognize and reward employees who exhibit safe behaviors in the workplace. This could include bonus, promotion, or other incentives that encourage workers to prioritize safety. Enforcing safety policy and procedures. Employers should enforce the safety policies and procedures, safety policies and procedures consistently. This includes holding employees accountable for following safety rules and taking disciplinary action when necessary. To enhance and establish safety culture at work site, conducting regular safety audit and inspection is very important to find dangers and make sure that safety protocols are being followed. Employers should do routine safety audits and inspection. This includes inspection of equipments, reviewing safety records, and monitoring employees' behavior. Conduct daily site inspection and safety meetings. Job sites should be inspected before and after each workday to address any safety concern such as tool left laying around or damaged equipment. Job sites should also be inspected throughout the day to identify any potential hazard or and monitor workers to make sure they are working safely. Here, toolbox talk and safety talks is most important for working safely working at site. Hold brief safety meeting before working begins each day to go over that tasks are scheduled to be performed along with the safety procedure to be followed. Be sure to address any concern or issue and knowledge the good practices observed from the prior day. Other best practices for promoting workplace safety in constructions. In addition to the strategies discussed in the previous section, there are several other best practices that construction companies can implement to promote workplace safety. These practices includes using technology to enhance safety. Technologies can be used to enhance safety in the construction industries. For example, drones can be used to conduct safety inspection in hard to reach areas, which variables can be used to monitor workers' while vital signs and detect signs of fatigue. Providing personal protective equipments, employers must provide workers with the appropriate PPEs for their job. This includes protective clothing, helmet, gloves and eyewears using horizontal lifeline system. This system involves a cable or line that is anchored at either end of the workplace with workers attaching their harness to the line using a landlord or lifeline. By using a horizontal lifeline system, companies can provide added layers of protection of workers who are working at height. The adoption of safety culture achieves more than a reduction in workplace incident. Employees are more likely to act sensible and safely in the emergencies of starters when a company prioritize safety above all else. The skills and procedures employees in regular operations apply in the emergencies when it can matter most. Here are some of the benefits that can be achieved from a safety culture. Less absenteeism, since fit and healthy people are more likely to show up the work. Lower salary cost because there aren't last additional expenses for overtime or sick leaves to fill the gaps. Happy workforce, if the employees will be happier if they feel safe and secure at work. Lower staff turnover, if workers don't feel that the going is tough. The impact of safety cultures on product profitability. Besides that, the aim of every business is to earn profit. Here we discuss how safety cultures helps to gain profitability. Although a focus of safety has often been seen as non-productive expenditure demanded by law, it can also contribute to profit by minimizing loss, adding to the capital value of the organization. For example, construction industry research has shown that an investment of 2.5% of direct labor cost in an effective safety program should have a conservative estimate produce a gross saving of 6.5%, which is 4% net of the direct labor cost. Similarly, 82% in lost time accident case, which resulted from a behavioral safety program, saved a manufacturing company considerably cost and profiting compensation cost. In just 1 year, the figures were considerably conservative as the estimated saving all are not reflect those associated with 55% decrease in minor injuries in the normal courses of events. Generating these levels of profit might require an extra 30 to 40% of production capacity. Typical cost associated with accident. We are now for as you we are discussing profit, we have to also look into capital cost which associated if accident occurs. Loss of production caused by time away from job by the injured person or co-worker in attendance, time spent by first aider attending injured person, possible downtime of production process, possible damages to product, plant and equipment, work stoppage, time and cost due to repair of plant and equipment, increase of insurance premium, legal cost, medical expenses, compensation cost to injured employees, absenteeism, lower morale of employees leading to poor performance and productivity, unsatisfactory employee relation, low level of motivation as a whole. Therefore, the available evidence indicates that an effective safety culture is an essential element of any business industries. Low level of motivation as a whole. Therefore the available evidence indicates that an effective safety culture is an essential element of any business in the strategy, as it has so many positive effects on the other areas of business performance. It also illustrates the point that safety culture does not operate in a vacuum. It affects and in turn is affected by other operational process or organizational systems. Now, before going to conclusion, just we take a quick recap what we have learned today. Today we discuss about safety culture, need of safety culture, how we can establish it, and guidelines of safety culture. Apart from that, we have discussed accident As we discussed, accident is an unexpected and undesirable event, especially one resulting in damage or harm. Uh, it costs not only in terms of rupees, but it costs also as a image of cost to image of enterprises or company. We discussed about hazards, and we discussed how hazards turn into accident. Hazards and risk, these are two factors contribute to accident, so we should take special care of assessing hazards and risk at place. Hazards which has potential to harm or create undesirable result, and risk is the measure of probability and severity that affects the human health, property and environment. As if you identify hazard and control the risk, the safety can be established. As we discussed, safety is freedom from danger, but there is always chance of accident, but we can make workplace more and more safer. So, quick guideline for creating safety culture. First of all, we have to make safety our top priority. For that, leaders' commitment is most essential. Employees' environment, training, safety training and education, hazard identification and control at the workplace, and incident reporting and investigation. As if we not record incident which are taking place at workplace, it will repeat and cost and turn into more severe and fatality. And after incident investigation, hold as we know, safety is a teamwork, so that hold everyone accountable for safety. And for creating a safety culture, we need to conduct daily site inspection and safety meetings. We come to conclusion that to reduce the risk of accident and injuries and improve performance of company, one must prioritize safety culture, set safety goals and implement best practices at site. Although it may require some effort and time to make place, improvements and benefits are worth of investment. Safer workplace is a better workplace for and for profitability and company image. Thank you.